mentioning.
Boom. Here we go. All right. It is day 13. Funniest thing about this freaking cocktail show, the quarantine cocktail show, the really only thing we have to keep track of is what day we're on, and it's getting really hard to do. So it's day 13, and we got a little fun thing tonight. You know, it's Friday night, and Friday night, man, that's the night you go out, you get all dressed up. I mean, it's kind of crazy, and I've actually gotten dinged. Somebody's telling me, you know what, you're not really making it any fancy. You're not bougie enough on some of these drinks. So what? Tonight we're going to do it. I can handle it because you know what? It ain't rocket surgery. So let's go in and hit this and let's have some fun tonight. Friday night, let's get into the shelter. Now, about the shelter, I think some of you may not understand that this is truly a shelter because we're getting a little bit of pushback on the fact that, Paul, the reception is sometimes not so great. Welcome to Off the Grid, living in a shelter. That's what we do. I mean, I'm impressed it works at all. So, and I'm not going to try to fix it because I like being a little blurry. That's how my life is. I look good blurry. So enjoy it. Now, it's Friday night. One thing I do want to make clear, the beer has nothing to do with the drink tonight. That's just for me. So, here we go. Tonight, we're going to do a quarantine French 75. Boom! There's your bougie drink. But don't worry, guys out there. I know you're worried. I can already hear some of these guys. I would never drink a French 75. Haha. Soissons. Hold on, wait. Soissons cans. You can't put that French stuff on me. Yeah, I'm going to give you a little manly story about this drink in a little bit. So, first thing you have to do, get your glasses ready. I'll explain later. All right, so here we go. Actually, pretty simple drink to make, all right? Now, there's another reason I picked this drink for tonight. There's one little beverage we haven't really had a chance to enjoy. And that, my friend, is gin. Happens to actually be one of my favorite little bit of side boozes out there. I like a nice gin. A lot of people don't. Gin, I'm not going to get into the history of gin. I'll save it for another show. But basically, gin is just a vodka with botanical spices. Now, it's not just any botanical spices. It's got to be a certain mix and all that. Save that. But I like a good gin. Now, for tonight's program, we're going to go... Do you remember the Tiny Cat vodka? Well, that again is from a little local distillery down in North Carolina, Fainting Goat, actual name of the distillery. They also make a nice gin called Emulsion. Delicious. I mean, it's just superb. And that's going to be our base tonight. So, Fainting Goat, thank you again for your beverages. All right, so we're going to start with this. Now, you're going to start off with two ounces of any gin. Making one for Shelby, so we're going right back at it. Boom. There you go. Nice start. Next thing you need a little bit of simple syrup. Now, this is a flavor. You don't need to hit it heavy. Some people will say a half an ounce, so 2 ounces to a half ounce, so that would put an ounce of this in. I don't go that high. I go with probably just maybe 2 squirts for each one. So there's our simple syrup. Now, the other thing we need lemon. Now, before you start squeezing your fresh lemon, you got to plan ahead. You got to, hold on a second. That's good. All right, you got to plan ahead, and you got to get a little bit of that rind, because you're going to need this when we put this drink all together. So take your lemon, get yourself a couple really nice peels. There's one. Let me get the other one. Hold on, bear with me. And there's 2. Now you can take the rest of that lemon, cut it in half. I would use half of a lemon on each drink. So I'm going to use the whole thing tonight since we're making 2. Give that a little squeeze. Perfect. Go with another one. Perfect. All right. Then, because we don't want to mess up these glasses, they're pretty. This is where you're going to add your emergency. We're going to shake it. This is going to work perfectly. Any citrus drink, which is basically everything we've done. Emergency, again, thank you for not sponsoring us. That's going to just add a nice little kick. So give it a little sprinkle. Don't be afraid of it. I have found the more I use, the better they get. That's your main drink right there. Come back with it. Boom. Give it a nice shake. You want this cold. Now, well, I'm curious why you have 3 glasses. There's only 2 of you. Perhaps you think I'm going to feed the kids one of these. Well, that's probably what they would like me to do, but that is not what we're... Oh, there we go. That's not what we're going to do. Here's what I need to tell you about this drink. History time. The French 75. Where does the name come from, Paul? Well, I'm going to tell you. Slow down. Hold on. Let's get a drink of beer. It's Friday. That's why I get to start drinking a little earlier tonight. French 75. Actually, go back. World War I. This is actually named after 75 millimeter arsenal ammunition that was used in World War I. One of the people, again, this was kind of common, you named it, so think 1915, 17, right in that time frame. When they made this drink, they said it packed a punch. It hit just like a 75 millimeter. So they started calling it the French 75. True story. Here's the best part. Now, rewind. Remember when we talked back on the Bloody Mary? Now, you don't have to take notes. There's no test. Don't worry. I'll write all this up one day when I'm good and drunk. I'll put it in a book for you. But if you remember, I talked to you about a bar that was called the American New York Bar. Not in New York, in Paris. Bloody Mary. Correct. That's where we got the Bloody Mary. French 75 came from as well. This is going back to Hemingway. Anyway, the reason I have the different glasses out, some people believe that it should be served in a highball glass because it represents the same size and shape of a 75 millimeter shell. I don't. I want to be a little more bougie with my 75. So that was to chill our glass. You want a nice, you could do a flute, but I like a nice fancy, look at these. Those are nice. That's what you want to go with. Chill that glass, get it cold. Now go back to our drink. Now we're going to put it in. All right. Did I mention, by the way, this is another Hemingway favorite? Hemingway rocked, all right? This guy, I'm telling you, these drinks, he was at Bloody Mary, now the French 75. Hemingway is like 18 years old now, already done his work, ambulance driver, World War I, sitting around a bar, stories about these incredible drinks. What a dude. If I could go back. All right, you're going to go a little over halfway on your main mix. Here's where it gets fun, folks. Crack the champagne open. Yep, that's right. This is actually a champagne-based drink. So I'm going with just a little simple fruit champagne. See if I can do this without going everywhere. Nice! Here we go. Celebrate. Don't worry, we'll drink the rest of that. You're going to top it off with a little bit of champagne. Give it the fizzies. Oh, look at this. Perfect. Right up to the top. Those little perfect rinds that we made, right? You're just going to float those in there. Give a little, and then boop. And then, my friends, you have just made yourself a manly, bougie, quarantined French 75. Oh, this is going to be a good one. I'm going to hand one over here. We'll do a little cheers. Now, we're not slamming these, so don't judge on how quick we finish these. But I'm going to give you all a cheers. Oh, that's good. Vive la France. Whatever. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, that's a good drink. That's how you start your party off on a Friday night before you go hit the town, which you're not allowed to do. So, enjoy your French 75. They're not tough. Enjoy. Love you all. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching another quarantine cocktail show. We'll see you tomorrow, Saturday night. We'll have some fun. Good night.